Well, 94.9, the Bay's #1 hit music station. It's Jess from the JV show, and I have a very special guest right in front of me. I am mesmerized right now because I have Melanie Martinez here. You are here in character as the creature, right? So millions and millions of people have gotten the chance to see the hatching of the creature. But I really want to hear it from you as to how this all came about.
So for a long time, I was reading a lot of like past life regression therapy books, and all of them were about the in-between life between death and being alive on Earth. It's all about the afterlife, essentially, and I wanted to show Crybaby, this character that I had been living under for a long time. I wanted to show her evolution and kind of, I guess, the idea of immortality and how she can be kind of the same spirit, just in a new vessel. So I've been drawing this character for a long time, and I just sat down with a amazing special effects makeup artist, Melina Stearns, who's incredible, and she worked on the sculpt for the face, and we went over it back and forth until finally it was closest to what I had envisioned, and so here I am.
Yeah, and so for those that are just listening, let's maybe kind of paint a picture. I mean, so many people have already seen it on social media. On TikTok alone, the posts have reached over 57 million views, which is insane. It is captivating everybody. So, we have a lot of pink going on. Is that your favorite color?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I love that because same.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a color that captivates everybody's eye. It's warm, but I love the fact that you have, this whole vision behind it all. So is it something that, I heard that you write a lot of the songs in the new album, you wrote a lot of them. You had a lot of, say in the whole production of it.
Yeah, so I always do. So I've written every song that I've ever put out. I wrote all the lyric and melody too. Even when I work with other songwriters, I'm very I like to just stare at a wall until I feel like I can finally, write down all the lyrics that I'm planning and whatnot. I'm very involved with the production and usually direct the production with when working with other producers. But for this album particularly, it was the first time that I was able to really sit down and really produce a lot on my own and work with other producers in a more hands-on way. So Void, for example, my new single, I'm super proud of it because it's the first song that I actually sat down and produced from beginning to end on my own without the help of anyone, which is very rare for me because usually, it can be scary to try something new out like that creatively. So I'm really proud of myself and happy to expand on my journey as a producer.
Yeah, and I think it really resonates with all of your listeners because there were a couple of comments that I saw on TikTok. One of them was, your music brings in so much healing energy for those of us who struggle with feeling this way.
Sweet.
And another one was, a new personality was unleashed when I heard Void.
I love that.
Yeah, so I feel like, all of the emotion, all of the creativity and the passion, the work that you put behind it is being received by the listeners. And it helps them out with bringing that side of them as well.
Awesome.
So I love all of that. Her album, by the way, is Portals. The deluxe version with 16 songs is out, and it's been doing amazing. I mean, the whole concept behind the album, people are loving. So what would you say is Void your favorite song? Is it?
Yes, so Void is my favorite song, but I do have so many favorites, for different things. Like, I love dancing to Fairy Soiree and Spiderweb, and I love performing Battle of the Larynx live because it's such a fun song to perform vocally. Evil is, one of my favorite songs as well. I'm, super proud of that one. Contortionist is, it's, one of my favorite. I have so many favorites. And, I could go on and on about this album is my favorite album. I feel the most aligned to it now as, a songwriter and as an artist. I feel like it's the closest in alignment that I've ever felt to a body of work that I've ever created. So I'm super proud of it.
And when it comes to the music videos, because I mean, after watching some of those, I'm like mesmerized by them. I feel like there is just so much work that must have gone, behind it all. So tell us maybe more about like a typical day filming the music videos.
Well, I think actually the most interesting part of making music videos is everything prior to filming. Most people think like, when you're filming, it's like everybody already is so prepared that, it's usually obviously always a long set day because we're trying to get as many shots that we had planned as possible in however many days based off budget and all this stuff. But the beforehand is always so fun, like just sitting down and really like, brainstorming a bunch of different ideas for each video. I love making music videos and film and anything visual with art. It's fun to tell the full story. So, for example, Void is coming out soon. I can't say exactly when, but I'm so excited. It's finally done. I was working on like last minute kind of color correct stuff, like notes back and forth, and it's my favorite music video that I've ever made. Like I could cry. It's just I don't want to give anything away, but it's just so beautiful, and everyone that I worked on this video with means so much to me, and the whole team is just so special and creative and just lovely people to work with, which, it's not always the case. Sometimes you butt heads with people, you don't always align with people you work with, and you get it done, and you're like, okay, but the experience of making Void and Death was just amazing, and I can't wait to make more videos with the same team because they're just incredible people. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, and we are excited too. I can't wait for it to come out. Yeah. How long would you say it takes you to film one video? Like,
I would say so. Depending on how intense the creative is, so which lately I've been making really long video treatments with a lot of different shots and VFX and stunts and stuff like that. But I would say it takes like 3 days to shoot one video, and we shot Death and Void within I think it was like 4 days, and usually you're supposed to have 3 days for each, so it was a lot to cram into 4 days. It was really intense, and I had like stunt work. I have scars on my body from the Void music video shoot. It's a lot of stunt work, yes.
So you literally put like blood, sweat, and tears pretty much into everything that you do. Oh my gosh, sure. I respect that. I love that. Gotta love the creativity and everything that goes along with it. So much hard work from you and your whole team. And you're also on tour. It just kicked off late May. Can we talk about how many tickets were sold? Because that is insane.
I was not expecting that at all.
In 3 days.
Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm just happy to be on tour again because, my other tour got canceled because of COVID, and to be back on the road is really fun. And just like seeing familiar faces is always fun, like these are people that I've been seeing at shows for years. So it's like to finally see them again in person and be like, oh my God, you're here. It's like, it's just such a sweet feeling. And just to see how everyone's memorized the lyrics to every single song is remarkable to me. And I love my audience so much. They're so incredible and so creative. Like, they come through with all the best outfits and makeup. I'm like, they're just amazing. So.
Yeah, I feel like that must be, while you're up on that stage, like such an amazing feeling to see that not only are people showing up for you, but they're going like the extra mile. They're bringing the outfits, like they're truly there supporting you, showing you love. After all of the love and support that you show them, and all of the hard work that you put behind everything that you do. So I am so excited to hear of everything that is coming up for you. Is there any other sneak peeks that we can hear about?
Okay, I'll give you another. This is a sneak peek that nobody knows about. Okay. So people have been asking about the Crybaby perfume restock, and we can't do that just because the manufacturer doesn't exist anymore. So we can't remake those scents, unfortunately. That fragrance is just forever immortalized as this amazing thing that will never exist again. But I am coming out with a new fragrance at some point. I can't say exactly when because we're still, figuring out last-minute things, but it's incredible. And it's for the Portals era, so I'm excited for people to get their hands on that fragrance. It's very special. So,
Ooh, I'm sure everybody listening is also very excited about it. Okay, I have some more questions about the look because I want to know what your favorite hairstyle to do with it. I know I've seen a couple of different variations of it. So which one is your favorite? We've seen the long hair. We've seen the shorter hair.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love a mullet on this particular character. It just fits really well with the ears, having a little bit of a PC kind of fringe here, a little bit of a long, hair in the back. But I just love experimenting with colors, and honestly, my two favorite people to work with hair, they're like incredible hair artists, are William Scott Blair and Sean Bennett, and they're like this dynamic duo and just the most incredible souls I've ever met. I could cry talking about them. So they're like my favorite people ever, and I've been friends with them for years. And so Sean's on tour with me now, like doing all these crazy wigs, and he's constantly just making beautiful hair art, and then William will come on the Europe tour, and they're kind of like switching off on each leg because they're just amazing, and all the credit to them on the hair. They really are just incredible at what they do.
Oh, well, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging with us, Melanie.
Thank you
We
so much.
look forward to seeing everything that you have going on social media. Of course, seeing how the rest of the tour, plays out, all of the different hairstyles and everything. Love the piercings. Hopefully we see some more added as well. And do you want to just let everybody know where they can find you on social so they can continue?
Sure, yeah.
On Instagram, it's at Little Body Big Heart. On Twitter, it's Melanie LBBH. On TikTok, it's also Little Body Big Heart. And I don't know any others, so I'm like not really. Those are like the main three, I guess. So I'll just stick with those.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I just had one last sentence to say, and that's don't forget to stream Portals for immortality.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody for listening. My name is Jess C from the JV Show right here on Wall 94.9, the Bay's #1 hit music station.